in what's the transition for a woman in a man in your life? And I'm sure you've experienced this, where someone you call babe one moment and 9 months later he becomes a dog. What is this transition? As in, what is this process? This person, is it the baby that changed them because of the responsibility or the financial implications of having a child? Ama, is it that they were not ready for this plan and you feel that you can't be this alone? How can the same person, the same babe, be a dog?
Let me tell you something. There are people in life who are just unable to deal with the pressures of life. There are things which happen. Maybe someone gets an accident and suddenly you're paralyzed. Now that's your new life. There's, you come home one day and your husband has died. Then that's a new life. There are different pressures in life which you cannot prepare yourself for. Now, in this kind of situation, for a woman, once you're pregnant, whether or not you decide I am able to, I can't, either way the baby is growing in your stomach. So it's like you don't really have a choice in that matter. If you decide to keep the baby, that is, because you can also decide to have an abortion. But if you decide to keep the child, now whether or not you feel like growing up, you will grow up because you have to carry the child, you must raise the child. But I think men have it easy a little bit, and it's unfortunate because for them it's like, okay, me, if I just whatever, I don't know, this babes do what, because at the beginning it's fun. We are all just having fun. We are going out, we are drinking, we are having unprotected intercourse. Everything is fun until the time now there's a baby, and now there's bills, and now there's what, and now she's bleeding, and now I need to wake up in the middle of the night. Then it's not so fun. And honestly, some people just can't deal with that. And sometimes the person who you think you are with, you will only know truly who they are when you start having issues in life. When you're diagnosed with cancer, when you have an unexpected pregnancy, when your mother is sick and you need support, when you're laid off from your job, sometimes you truly see who those people are when you're going through those issues in life. Yeah, because it's easy to be a good person when things are good. It's easy to be a good person when there's money. But wait till now things are going wrong. That's when you'll see that babe become that dog.
Oh, I couldn't have put it better. Now, when it comes to sai, vile tuko sai in life, how do you think it affects your child not having a father figure in his life? Yes, are you worried about how that impacts his life?
Yes, it does. Especially because I'm raising a son. Not even especially because I'm raising a son. Every child needs to have a father and mother. And I keep saying, let's not even call it the ideal situation. That is how God meant it.
Yes.
Because I keep saying we cannot talk about at the ideal while it is completely the way God wanted it. That's the way we are created. That is how God intended for us to be created as human beings. So for the child is supposed to be brought up by father, mother, and themselves. Now, I do worry, and I have been worried for a very long time. I'll say before, some few years ago, I used to wonder, can't I just find somebody to help me take care of my child? And it was very difficult.
Yeah.
Because the married woman, usually you see that man, you're not looking, you don't want to be in a relationship with the man per se. You just want someone who can model positive masculinity, which is very difficult to find, especially today. But the married woman wants nothing to do with your child. So you try to involve even both of them for the husband to play that role. They will say yes here because by then my people have been church folk. They'll be like, it's okay. In fact, we appreciate, we thank God, we shall do it. Then you'll never hear from them. I don't know how to push me, I just let it be. So I discovered, wait, there are great men in the Bible. There are great men who are writing books. So what do I do to my son? I tell him, this week you're reading about Daniel. And you will tell me something very good you have picked from Daniel. Positive masculinity can be modeled at different places by different people. And mostly in the era we are in today, you don't have to force some of these things. Because you can't put yourself... children are abused by these people we are calling father figures. Children are exposed to some things. Today I regret, there's a man I would have wanted to be a father figure to my son. But today when I look at the way he's living right now, I don't think I want.
Yeah.
Thank God he did not become.
You'd rather your child has no father than have a toxic father, than have an abusive father, than have a father who beats him. Obviously, studies have shown that a child's mental health development is better if they grow up in a healthy, happy home where they see mom and dad, and obviously that positive marriage, positive parenting is modeled. But where that is not possible, it doesn't mean that now the child is going to be a complete mess. It doesn't necessarily mean that now your child is going to be a failure. In fact, some of the greatest minds come from single mother or single father homes, because I feel like as a single mom, because you already know that there's this thing which is lacking, you go above and beyond to make sure that they have everything they need, to make sure that they can have positive people in their lives. Like, it can be a pastor, it can be a neighbor, it can be, you know, your brother, it can be your grandfather, and it's not necessarily it has to be the dad. Because me, honestly, at the time at which I broke it off with my ex, I was like, I would rather my child just sees a happy, healthy mom who is there with him, and we have fun and we're happy, as opposed to seeing the two of us and we are unhappy together. Because as she says, now he can grow up broken, knowing relationships, people are just not happy. Relationships, people just stay because of their kids, even if they're not happy, which obviously is not what we want to model for the children.